I've really focused on our coastal marine ecosystems, so Great South Bay and Shinnecock Bay, and looking at how humans have really impacted those environments. There's a lot of issues in the marine environment. Particularly harmful algae is a topic that I'm particularly interested in, and looking at how that harmful algae not only just impacts some of the species there, but how it affects the entire ecosystem. The species that I work most commonly with is called the rust tide, and that's a species that can kill fish and shellfish within the matter of minutes, and then also can manifest and cause other types of environmental impacts. If you're interested in a career, you should try to get some experience on the ground doing what that profession will do. And the reason why is because you don't want to end up being in a career and then end up, maybe it's not, it doesn't work right for you. Oftentimes marine sciences and ecology, you're out in the field, and it's great when it's nice weather. But you also have to be out there in inclement weather, sometimes in the cold, and it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So it's not for everybody. So I always advise students to participate and try to volunteer to see what that career would be like before jumping in, and it's really making sure you're honest with yourself, right? That you can handle it, and that you feel comfortable with that path. So I teach a lot of the ecology courses here. For non-majors, I teach Bio 145, which is marine biology. And that's a course that gets students exposed to all the different life that lives in our oceans. And we have a specific emphasis. I like to focus specifically on the organisms that live around Long Island. So the ultimate goal of the students in that course is that by the end of the course, they're able to identify some of the organisms in our local bays and estuaries, have an idea of the dynamics, and have an idea of how humans impact that environment. For the biology major, I team teach the general biology courses. I also teach ecology, so a 200 level elective course for ecology, and then finally a 400 level coastal marine habitats course. And all of those courses are sort of field focused. There's actually two field courses that I teach. One is called local field ecology, and that's Bio 279. That course is 80% of the time we are out in the field collecting samples, learning from experts in different ecosystems, the Pine Barrens, estuaries, our freshwater Patchogue Lake here, the Carmen's River. So that's probably, if you're a student that's interested in learning all about our Long Island ecosystems, that's probably the best course. I wanted to be everything. So I had my firefighter stage, police officer stage, carpenter stage, plumber stage. I like to dabble in carpentry and fixing things, so I consider it maybe a hobby. My wife maybe not, but I do like fixing things and tinkering with things. I would have to say it's actually not a scientist or anything. It's actually my grandfather. So my grandfather, when he came over, from Greece, really that commitment to coming over to a place for creating opportunities for his family was something really that I can only imagine, leaving everything to come to a place that's completely foreign to you. So they came over and experienced a lot of hardships, obviously trying to establish themselves here, but certainly I would not be able to have these opportunities if it wasn't for that. So my grandfather, my father have always been really important figures in my life.